one.
You got one, Bill?
Yeah, right here.
Oh, yeah, man, nice one. Yeah, nice. Lighten up on the drag just a little bit. You gotta tighten to that hook set. Woo, look at him go.
He's just cruising in the shallow water.
Man, how come when you flip your bait out there, you instantly get a fish? And me and Bob over here are struggling so hard.
Hey, Bob has killed these fish. He's still 100 miles out there. Well, everything I gained, he just took it all back.
Man, he did. He just went 100 yards further out there, didn't he?
Every bit of it.
This is one of those giant fish that doesn't jump much and just dogs you. Too big to jump. There you go, B-Paul. Keep him coming. That's that little 10-pound test rod.
That's a 10-pound test rod. Get out there and get him.
yeah.
Because when I get him close, he's gonna go crazy.
All right. I don't think people realize how shallow these fish get, do they?
It's unbelievable. You're in knee-deep water. Wait a minute. Oh, that's a big one.
It's a really big one. Just tackle him, Deeks. Woo! Oh no!
I gotta teach you how to net.
Tackle him. Bob told me to give me $100 if I knocked him off the hook.
That big old cloud just sitting over.
Get out of here, you big old Snook.
Think we're scaring him? There you go.
I'm going back to the
If
boat.
we don't get him, this is the show right here. Watching you.
There we go.
He got him.
About time. Yeah, that one looks. You guys ready for
That
this?
little bitty reel.
That one
I
looks
tell you
pretty
what,
well full grown.
Well, that's a
Woo!
hammer.
Look at that son of a gun.
Where'd we have him hooked?
In the mouth?
Right
Look how fat that fish is. Whoa. He's not that long, but he's about a foot wide. He is so wide.
Let me get the hook out of you, baby.
So how old would he be?
We're not really sure.
Ancient.
Ancient fish.
Look how fat he is out there.
That's like a mythical creature.
Look at that
Yeah.
big dorsal.
I mean, people don't get to see or catch snook this big.
Whew. How big do you think he is?
He's definitely probably right at 30 pounds. He's gonna be about 43, 44 inches, and it's just so fat. Look at that guy. Let's get it back in the water.
Look at the mouth on him. Let her go. Thank you, buddy.
See ya.
Get him out of those trees, my man.
I want to point something out real quick to the viewers. I just want to talk about these hooks. So let me show you real quick. When you're snook fishing, or let's say when I'm snook fishing, I prefer the octopus shaped hook. These are made by Gamakatsu. They're the strongest, they're the sharpest, they're the best hooks that you can buy. And that octopus hook does a few things that'll really help you with the hookup and keeping the snook hooked up. Circle hooks work great, but they only work on snook if you get them right in the corner of the mouth. And a lot of times a big snook, he's going to eat the bait and he's going to go right at you. And he's going to open his mouth and flare his gills and shake his head and try to spit the bait out.
You told me that's when he feels tension.
Yeah, when he feels tension, even when he bites down in your line, like the first thing he's going to want to do is spit that bait out. And we're talking a mouth that's like, like 10 inches in diameter sometimes. I mean, giant fish. And they're coming up, thrashing their head, and it's coming right at you, and you want to keep this hook in them. And so what this hook does, it's bent down, and that keeps you from hooking them down in the throat or gut hooking them. You don't want them to swallow the hook, but you do want to hook them on the roof of the mouth. So this hook here, it's bent down, so it'll slide out of his throat, and then it'll hook him right on the roof of the mouth when he's going like this. And what you want to do is just reel as fast as you can. As fast as you can, reel against the drag, set that hook hard, and you want to keep that hook pegged to the roof of his mouth. But if he does bite it and it swims off away from you or to the side, these hooks will hook him in the corner of the mouth really well. So
the curvature going toward the point has a tendency to push forward, and hook him in the lip.
Exactly. So,
And then if he goes to the side, that the curvature will roll and hook him in the side of the mouth, right?
exactly. These are well designed. They're well thought out. That hook bend and shape is really good. I also like this offset eye here. They're offset like that to be snelled, which is a certain knot where your line goes down in there and wraps on the shank. But I don't snell them. I just tie like a regular fishing knot to that. It gives it a big gap. It still gives it a good pull direction. And
A 60-degree angle pull, you like that?
yeah, I do. And you know as well as I do, sometimes when you're fishing for these trophy fish, trophies of a lifetime, you're only gonna have a couple of shots, right? We're out here fishing, sometimes we're waiting an hour for a bite. You see these big fish, and we're not fishing for the little 30 inchers, we're fishing for these 40, maybe even a 50-inch fish. And so you wanna make it count. So this is the hook shape and size that I prefer, that I count on and depend on.
Now that hook we're looking at right now, what size is that? If you had one particular size to use with the size of the bait that we're using,
Yeah.
these mullets, what size hook is that?
So either a 6/0 or a 7/0, either of those two sizes. If the fish are extra picky, I'll go to a 6/0. If they're not, then a 7/0.
Well, that's a perfect hook for it. That's an Octopus 6/0 or an Octopus 7/0 in the Gamakatsu hook.
You can't get any better for hooking big snook.
So you don't necessarily snell the hook. You can just go to a clinch knot.
Yeah, clinch knot. That's all I do. I do just a clinch knot, just right there on the end. It'll pull back straight like that. That way, you're hooking the fish right on the roof of that mouth. And then when it goes in, it'll usually go in and turn a little bit because you're pulling down on it with your knot, and it keeps that hook.
So that curvature will ride across and get him in the lip if he's up in the top part of the mouth. If he turns sideways, it gets him in the corner.
Yeah, it's really hard if you think about it. So here's the fish's mouth. When that hook's in there, it's really hard to pull that hook out and back without hooking something. And that's it. That's my hook of choice. They're just, the big fish are so sensitive. It's a chance. If you put your bait right on his nose, he's swim away from it. He won't eat it. But if you just hope that it gets in the right spot and it's out there already, they'll eat it. Those fish are used to people trying to catch them. So just throw it out there and hope for the best.
You got a knack and a technique and a unique way of going about catching these big snook. And I mean, we've caught some big snook over the last several years.
You're doing a good job of buttering me up.
That's why I'm doing it. I'm gonna catch another one. But it's your turn now.
All right, bring it on. Keep your rod tip down.
Down. I'm down.
Okay. Did he eat it or run from it? He ate it.
There he is. He's on.
Fish on, guys. Fish on.
Woo! I'm coming out from under you.
Get ready to pick the power pole up, Bill.
I'm way out there. Hold it. I may be in you.
You're okay. Did you see that hit?
I did. You saw him. You threw to him. That's neat.
That's so cool.
Woo! Where's he out there?
Down to the backing.
You want me to crank up?
Nah, we'll just keep it strong on this troll motor. I think it's okay.
What we're using medium heavy, 7'6" smoke rods with 30 size. These are the 30s, aren't they? Yeah, 30 size smoke inshore reels. And we got them spooled with Strand's 30-pound braid. And we're using 7/0 Octopus Gamakatsu hooks. And what's that leader line?
This is 40 pound.
40 pound.
4 carbon.
How much line you got back?
A lot. He's right here on the edge of the bar. If you want to get that net ready. There she is, Bill. Ooh, coming right at you. Get him, Bill! Get him! I'm kidding. Woo! What a snook! Come back to me. Comes for you.
Whoa, look at this snook. Woo, that's a whoa, that's a pretty fish.
Listen, when Bill Dance gets in the water to net your giant snook, it's about as good a day as you're ever gonna have.
Look at that big, pretty thing. And look at the hook.
That's why you gotta wait after him.
Boy, that is so special. Look at that big dorsal. Woo!
Thank you, Lord.
Proud of you, buddy.
That's a blessing right there. That's a beautiful fish, beautiful water.
Big mouth on that thing.
That's fantastic. You the man.
Proud of you, buddy.
Let's get her back. That's awesome. Fantastic.
All right, let's go home. Take off.
You the man, Bill.